What's up, guys? How are we doing today? Welcome back to another episode, episode 7 of The Boys from Texas. I am Abe Dunks.
My name is Green.
And um, before we start the show, we didn't get to do one last week because I was just busy and stuff. We were both busy. I got a second job. I don't know if I spoke about it. I think I did spoke about it in episode 6. So I just been super busy, so we didn't get enough time to record the last episode. But we lost a legend. Um, we lost Mr. James Earl Jones. Great actor, great not comedian, but voice actor. I think he did a couple like Broadway shows and stuff like that. So may he rest in peace. A legend. We lost a legend, Green, because it sucks to see it because when we were little, it felt like these guys were gonna last forever. Like they were never gonna die, and like we're getting older, right? And like we keep losing people like this. He came out in a lot of good movies, Sandlot. He came out on Lion King, I Darth Vader and stuff like that. So many other movies, but I just know him from those movies. But yeah, any words you wanna um express?
What you call it? I really like the Sandlot. Sandlot is one of my favorite old movies, OG movies. What
Mhm.
you call it? So I really like that one, and I am gonna miss
Yeah,
him. So
yeah. So I didn't want to start the show like in a as a Debbie Downer, but we didn't record last week, so that's something I wanted to start the show with. Yeah, may he rest in peace and may his friends and family have peace. I think yeah, the Sandlot was probably the first one that I saw him in. Lion King, of course, he's the voice of Mufasa. And then later in life I found out that he was the voice for Darth Vader, right? So that was something that was kind of crazy. Learning about that, right? As you get older, you learn about that and you're like, "Oh wow, like that's iconic," and stuff like that. I think from what I'm understanding is that he sold his voice rights to Disney about a couple years ago. So now I guess Disney can actually like use it like AI. So it's not gonna hit the same, right? Because he's no longer with us. But I mean, I think for all these other generations, they at least get to know who he was, right? So, but yeah, like I said, I just wanted to say that. So may he rest in peace. But Green, without further ado, how was your week this week?
it was pretty good. It was very busy. Not gonna lie. What you call it? We
Yeah.
did This was right? Yeah. We did another sample, or two samples actually, yesterday. One it was it's called a sausage and gravy biscuit bite, and
Mm-hmm.
then a cookie. So the cookie came out really good. I really like the cookie. It was a cookie and it has s'more filling in it. So that one, I hope uh
Yeah.
I hope do get to sell it for that.
Yeah.
I would.
That's good, man. My week was good as well. Um, Hold on. Okay, yeah. No, yeah. My week was good. It was busy. But, working two jobs is kind of. I didn't think it was gonna be this hard. Because I was like in my head thinking about the times. I was like, I'll probably have some time to get some sleep and rest. But honestly, like I bought NBA 2K. I just bought it like yesterday or 2 days ago. I bought Ghost Recon last weekend, and I haven't like I just started playing today because both games I started playing tonight or today, just because I've been so busy. with stuff because I work from 8 to 5, and then I get home, shower, and then I start 7:45 to 11:45 on the other job. So it's just hard, man. But honestly, I think I'm getting used to it now. I'm getting used to the whole routine. So just on Fridays and Saturdays, just been resting, right? Because it's a tough week, and especially because working outside, we're still dealing with that heat here in Texas. It's still not cold like up north. Like up in my friends up in Canada, they're all like, yeah, we went out for a walk and we went hiking, and I was like, hiking, like, what's y'all's temperature? And he was like, good 70 degrees, 65. Like, damn, bro, must be nice. You know what I mean? I mean, you were up there, right?
Yeah,
Green, you know, that weather from Canada is nothing compared to our Texas weather.
yeah.
But
Like
sorry
today,
about
it
uh,
was 57.
over there.
Yeah, it was 57
Oh,
degrees. It was sunny, but it was 57 the highest.
that's crazy. And then they go by Celsius, so it's a whole different thing. Sorry to chat about the sound and the noise in the background. It's just recording next to the window, and my neighbor revs his engine for some goddamn reason. I don't know why, but wasting gas. But PS5 Pro was finally announced to us. Green. It's a pretty ridiculous price, is what I would call it. You're talking about a 700 price tag on this PS5 Pro, which is not a disc. It has more memory. Um, it does more frames per second than the regular PS5, but $700 for a PS5 Pro, I don't know. And like the thing is, like with me, it's like you didn't even make it a disc one. Like you just made it digital. Like what's the whole point of you making a PS5 Pro that, because regular PS5 costs about $500, right? So you're talking about, if I really let's look at this financially wise, right? If I want a PS5 Pro, I have to spend $200 more than what I already spend, and then it's not even disc. Like you took the disc away and you just made it digital. Are they gonna make a disc one? I don't know. Um, I hope so, right? I don't know what the people in Sony are thinking about it, but what I did see on TikTok is that, you know how the people who get a digital PS5, they can actually buy a disc. Um, what is that thing called? They can make their PS5 disc. So this thing where you put the game in have been selling out all over like Walmart, uh, Best Buy. I think a disc drive. That's what it's called. The disc drives have been selling out all over Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon. I think was selling out as well. I was gonna say también. Um, as well because and this all happened ever since they released the PS5 Pro price tag. So and then even like there's some experts saying that what like the new PS5 Pro is not gonna do what it's like. I think it's supposed to be 8K, but it's not gonna run Grand Theft Auto 6 at 8K. So it's like, so what's the whole point? You know what I mean? So like what'd you think about this, Green?
I didn't like it whatsoever. What do you call it? I'm not gonna lie, 700 is a lot. Excuse my language. It's a lot for jack shit. Like, if I wanted to put a line on my PS5, I would just done it. And not only that, you're gonna try to shaft me like iPhone does by telling me, "Hey, if you want a disc, you gotta buy it separate." Like what? Excuse
Yeah.
me. So what's the point? And like you said, it's not gonna be able to run an 8K. So what's the point of me buying it? I was expecting a lot more detail, and also speaking of detail of when they showed us the video of PS5 and PS5 Pro, I can't see the difference. I don't know. I'm not some high tech dude to be able to tell the difference, but I can't see the
Yeah.
difference. I see the same thing. I see the same thing in both pictures. I was really expecting like like more memory, like at least like 2 terabytes. I think. I mean, you calling it pro. I mean, I would assume if I'm paying 700, I would assume 2 terabytes would be enough, something like that. But no, I ain't get
Mm,
nothing. I ain't get nothing, and yeah, I ain't like it, not one bit. I would not pay 700 for literally something that is kind of exactly the same as a PS5. And that, so the way I see it, I feel like it was kind of rushed. So like you kind of gave me nothing, so I feel like you kind of
yeah.
rushed it. You kind of just gave me like, hey, this is the best we got. Here you go.
Do you think this was this has anything to do with it being leaked like what 2 months beforehand, or like they had, I can't remember the user, but he had released it on X and said this is what the PS5 Pro looks like, and it was like just the design, and it had the little three lines, which it's funny because you say that it's like making my PS5 into a PS5 Pro, and they literally just put the duct tape on it. So that is funny. Yeah, the design looks nothing like. um. So okay, when the PS4 Pro came out, you had the PS4, you had the regular PS4, and then you had the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, actually, for
PS4 was,
PS4, I actually got the PS4 Pro right off the bat. I waited for the PS4 Pro. That
yeah,
was my first PS4.
but that's what I'm saying. So okay, the
Yeah,
slim one was 500 gigabytes, and then the
yeah.
PS5, the PS4 Pro, my bad, PS4 Pro, I think what it had 1 or 2 terabytes. It had a terabyte, right?
It was 1 terabyte. The normal one
Okay.
was a terabyte. The Slim was a terabyte also, but it didn't have the graphics like the Pro.
Oh, okay. So, but you could tell the difference because the PS4 Pro was a
Yes.
little thicker.
Yeah.
PS4 was just the slim was just slim, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I think they did this with the PS5 Slim because the first PS5s that came out were huge. Because I remember my friend got it, and when he bought it, I was like, dude, that thing is huge, right? And remember when I was like thinking about buying it before you bought yours, and I was like, damn, I was like, that thing looks huge. Like, I don't know if it's gonna fit like in the desk, or we're probably gonna have to get a desk for it, right?
Yeah.
And then you got yours, and I was like, damn, it looks pretty small, because even like the box is small for the PS5 Slim, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we have or whatever. And so with the PS5 Pro, it's just like it literally looks the same. So to me, yeah, that's it's I don't know what they're doing. And the other thing is too is like, remember when we went to Walmart and I was like, damn, did they just fucking added? Sorry, excuse the language. Did they just added like $10 to $20 more on the goddamn controllers? Because I remember when the PS5 controllers came out, they're 64.99, and I was like,
Yeah.
64.99 is a lot. You know what I mean for a PS5 controller? Because even PS4 controllers are still about the same price, and you're like, okay, PS5, PS4 controllers, $65. That's a lot. That's almost a goddamn game, right? That's how much
Yeah.
games are coming out to, 65.99, $70, whatever. I think they're 69.99 now. But okay, so now apparently, i- they made an article saying Sony has been adding a couple more bucks on controllers silently. Of course, they're gonna do silent. They're not gonna come out saying, "Oh yeah, we're charging you more for a controller." I just don't know why they would do this, because you have you have an economy that's not doing good, right? There's layovers, layoffs, everywhere. And it's just like you're charging people more. Like people can't afford that much, and then you're still charging more. Now, seeing in if you're like my friend Abram, who got them 7 PS5 controllers, and there's a market for it, then go ahead. I'm pretty sure there is a market for it, because if they're still making money off selling controllers, it's for a reason, right? But I feel like with the PS4, the controllers were like, you dropped them, you threw them, whatever, and they lasted a pretty good minute, right? And with this PS5 controllers, I feel like they get stick drift too fast. Uh, um, but what do you think about the price change on the PS5 controllers?
I think it's sad. I think it's sad because considering we're not good, we're not doing good as an economy. Imagine having a hard day of work or just getting laid off, and like the only thing you have is gaming, and knowing that you gotta buy a controller for $80, it's wild. Is even more than a game these days. So at this
Yeah.
point, it's either I get the game or I get the controller. And like you said, getting stick drift is a high thing. And considering with the games coming out, yeah, you best believe you don't want to get stick drift.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you said, you come off a good bad day from work. Let's say you get a layoff, and then you find out your controller has goddamn stick drift. Because yeah, with these the way Call of Duty is now, stick drift is gonna become a standard for you,
Yeah,
right? Because
well,
you're gonna
Omni
be
movement was definitely getting stick drift.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Right there, and then you getting stick drift. And like, wait, cause with my Dragon Ball game coming out, best believe I better not get stick drift.
So yeah, exactly. So when I was playing the beta, I was scared of like doing the whole Omni movement because like I didn't really try it that much just because I'm scared of getting the PS5 controllers. My PS5 controller stick drift. I still have the one that it came with the system, but yeah, dude, like I was scared because a lot of people have told me like, oh yeah, the PS5 controllers is so fast for it to get stick drift, and it's just like you know, it's just crazy. But
Uh,
talking about layoffs, we we saw a thing. I sent you an article. Microsoft laid off about I think 1,600 people. Um, they laid off from Microsoft. I think they said that they were gonna do more layoffs. Well, first, I guess it sucks for those people, right? Sorry to hear that you just lost your job. Especially
Imagine
if
getting a new manager for them just to tell you you're laid off.
that's the thing. So, from the outside looking in, um, it's like, okay, Microsoft just bought Activision for something $1 billion, right?
Just to lay people off.
And it's like, oh, we're making money, like we just made a huge purchase, and then you turn around and you're like, okay, well, choose 1,600 people because those 1,600 people are gonna fire. We're gonna fire them. Yeah, I mean that sucks. To me, that's messed up. It's just like, okay, if you're gonna buy something to get rid of something, it's kind of messed up. Um, but apparently Microsoft came out saying because everybody like lashed out at Microsoft. I was like, well, that's fucked up. You bought Activision and then you fire all these people. Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but apparently that since Microsoft took over Activision is not doing as good as it should have been, or as they thought it was gonna be. And from my point of view, it's like, okay, you already knew that PlayStation was having problems with Activision, right? Like
Yeah.
Call of Duty has been having problems for the last what 2 years, I would say. You got hackers, you got people cheating on their, well, I guess consider that hacking. But you're dealing with that. You're dealing with charging people like for every goddamn skin that you put on the game. And then I think the other article was saying that apparently Call of Duty Mobile didn't do as good as they anticipated. So that's why I guess they had to
I
like, oh well,
wait, you cut it. That's the thing I was gonna to say about. I think it's kind of wild to have a decision. Oh yeah, just because it didn't make it good, you're gonna get laid off. I think that's kind of wild because that's like saying like if any game doesn't make it good, yeah, you're getting laid off. Yeah, you can expect. Okay, yeah, it's high hopes to have like a good to succeed in the game, but I mean,
yeah.
you're gonna have some good ones. You're gonna have some bad ones. It's just like movies. You can't just be like, oh yeah, just because it sucks, all right, you're laid off. Yeah, get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It really does suck, you know. It sucks for those people because, like I said, they have, well, they can probably get a job somewhere else. I don't know how layoffs work. I've never been laid off, and knock on wood, I hope I never get laid off, right? Um, because I don't
Who
know
knows
how,
how
well,
it works
actually,
for them?
let me take this back. FedEx actually had layoffs at the beginning of the year, so it kind of sucked because we did lose a lot of people. But that's a story for another, I
To be
guess, time.
honest,
You know.
I hope they got money instead of a pizza party when they got laid off.
Yeah, I know. Like that's something. I guess it's just different from working like a corporation like that. Like I've never worked for a corporation like that where like if something doesn't go
I
good.
mean, either way, what you got it, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure some corporations will be messed up to throw you a pizza party instead of giving you money, or just
Yeah, I
or
mean,
a warning party where you give you nothing, like maybe a coupon or something.
mm, you know, it's more messed up. Like if they got a pizza party right before they got laid off, so it's just like that's fucked up. You know.
A coupon
So
for Xbox Live,
not. Oh, imagine that'd be crazy, bro. Like, oh yeah, we're giving you an Xbox for free. Oh
Xbox
yeah,
Gold
but
for free.
uh, make sure you don't show up anymore because you don't have a job. Yeah, it kind of sucks. You know. So yeah, that sucks on the whole Microsoft thing. I hope all those people can have a good life. Hopefully, they find a job, you know, to feed their families. Because at the end of the day, it sucks, you know, getting fired. I've been fired before, and it sucks. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Um,
wait, got it,
Especially when you don't have money saved up. So yeah, go ahead.
shout out to them. Even though it didn't like they say quote unquote COD Mobile didn't make what it's supposed to make. I play on PlayStation, but I have play Xbox games. I have a PC, obviously. So
Mhm.
shout out to them for making games for us. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for everything they've done.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, I played Flight Simulator, so that game is actually badass. I played it on my PC as well, so on Microsoft. Um, so let's talk about Space Marine 2 was released, I think, what was it? Last month?
I don't remember.
Let me check, let me check, let me check.
I don't know much about Space Marines. I do know it's kind of like hell drivers. That's all I know. Hey, what the?
Mm, Hold on. There was okay, so September 9th. Yeah, it was released 2 weeks ago.
Not that much.
Oh, it was released on not this Monday, but last Monday.
Mm.
So it's about to be 2 weeks. So Space Marine 2 was released to I think Xbox and PS5, or is it just PC players? Um
Should say right there what you're looking at.
oh, it's on Steam actually. So it's on PC. Sorry, for PC players, it was released. I'm guessing it will come out for Xbox and PS5, or maybe not. But it was released, and people are already calling it the game of the year. It's a Warhammer game, of course. I've never played Warhammer. I know what Warhammer is. Um, I saw a couple of videos of like the graphics look badass. You know what it reminds me? You said Helldivers.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? Me and Jose were talking about it last night. We're like, oh yeah, Space Marine 2. And he was like, yeah. He was like, and he said the same thing. He's like, I hope it's not another Helldivers 2. And I was like, what do you mean by that? He was like, Helldivers 2, when he came out, it was so good for like the first 2, 3 weeks, and then it fucking died down so fast.
Yeah.
And he was like, and that game fucking sucks now. And even like shout out to Zach from Collecting Weekly. They used to stream. Actually, oh, we'll talk about it right now. They they used to stream it like every Saturday, Helldivers 2, and then they just stopped playing it. I haven't talked to them of the reason why, but I'm pretty sure because it sucks. I think he said it's hard to play it by yourself because it's so goddamn hard. Um, he said, and it's more fun to play it in a group. Like
Yeah.
Call of Duty, I hate playing Call of Duty by myself. So
Yeah.
whenever I hop
I think
on,
it's like any game. Like I think it's like any game played
yeah,
solo. I mean, unless it's a single player game, that's understandable. But like a multiplayer game, yeah, play by yourself. I mean, it gets pretty boring pretty fast. And the Helldivers 2 is no joke. Like those robots and insects, dude, they will
yeah,
murder you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, Space Marine 2 beat the record for most downloaded game, I guess, of the month. Um, and it's just been out for, like I said, about to be 2 weeks. It beat Wukong. But Wukong has been breaking records since its release. I haven't played it, but I've been watching a lot of people play it. I know what's his name, Kaisenat, and I think Speed or Kaisenat played it. Soldier Boy played it too. He beat it. And it looks insane. It looks pretty badass. Space Marine 2, actually, let's go back to it. You know what it reminds me of? Gears of War.
Oh,
Like,
because of the bulky.
yeah, like it just reminds me of Gears of War. Like I remember when the first time I got introduced to Gears of War and I was like, what is this game, bro? Like it's so fucking
Yeah.
good. I hated Xbox so much. I don't know why. I just became like PlayStation, like I kind of like Apple. I was just like riding that wagon. But honestly, like I'll go back, buy me an Xbox and play Gears of War 1. I think I've played Gears of War 1. I think I don't even remember what Gears of War I played. The last Gears of War
Last
that
one
I
I
played.
played, last one I played, and the one I really liked is it was Gears of War Judgment Day.
Oh, okay. You know, like it's funny because every time I would look at Gears of War, the guy looks like Dave Batista, like the
Yeah,
main character.
yeah.
His little chin strap. So, we talked about collecting weekly. Shout out to them, Green, because they hit 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, round of applause
Hey,
to them. And shout out to another Friday night. Uh, CM Chuck sent us some stickers. Um, I can't show it to y'all because it's already on my computer, but they're badass. He made them Brackenridge colorways, which is my high school, and he sent them to me on the mail. I got them on, think Wednesday or Thursday, and yeah, I love them. So shout out to Chuck, shout out to Double A. Just another Friday night podcast. Go check them out every Friday nights on YouTube, Facebook. They're also on Twitch. So, but on Instagram, just type just another Friday night podcast and they'll pop up. So shout out to them for the stickers. Um, let's see. Watch Dogs, the movie. It finished filming. Apparently this week was, I think, I want to say Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it had came out that it had concluded, resumed film, or not resumed, but it had finished filming. And I guess they're editing and stuff like that. I don't know if Watch Dogs has um a release date, like the actual movie has a release date, but it's done. I remember the first time you introduced me to Watch Dogs, Green. I actually loved that game. It was something different. Hacking into cell phones, doing this, doing that. Um, because you're very into you. I would say, mm, growing up, I was into the your typical Call of Duty games, and I was a bandwagon, but you were more like you had your own lane. You like games like Injustice, Uncharted, The Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption, and I would never touch those games because like I was just so stuck on Call of Duty world, right? But you actually helped me like discover all these other games, and I started opening my mind up to other games. So I appreciate that from you. But In Watch Dogs, you're a big fan of the game. Tell me, are you excited about the movie?
Well, first I didn't know there was a movie until like I literally almost when they finished it. Uh,
Mhm.
I love Watch Dogs. I love Watch Dogs. I probably will watch this movie, but then again, like I always said, I don't think everything needs a live action. But it will be interesting to watch this movie. Cause I mean, you can actually make a movie from Watch Dogs. There's like other things that there's no point to it.
Yeah,
But
the story mode is like okay, Minecraft making it into a movie is stupid, right?
yeah,
We talked about it in the last episode, but yeah, Watch Dogs is like it's such a good game. It has such a good story mode that I can see it as a movie. Like kind of like The Last of Us. It became a show because The Last of Us had a really good because even remember when I think when you were playing it, I was like, damn, I wonder if they ever make a movie. And it'll kind of remind me like I Am Legend, because that's kind of what it is, right? Like zombies and shit like that. So I was like, oh, I was like, I guess they'll never make a movie, and then they made a fucking show, and apparently the show is really good. I still need to watch it because Pedro Pascal is one of my favorite actors, and I need to watch it. So, but yeah, what would you? I guess what would you want to see on this movie?
if anything, I would like to see a lot of the part one. Cause part one was really good. I really like. I think it'll probably be my favorite one. Part one. Part two was Watch Dogs Legion. It was alright too, but I really like
Mhm.
part one. Part one was it was really good. So I would like to see a lot of that one.
Okay, yeah,
Because Watch Dogs one was it was basically mostly like a solo act. Watch Dogs two and like Legion was like, oh, you get more buddies into it, and like you start hacking together and stuff like that. So
oh,
Watch
okay,
Dogs
okay.
one it was just one player and like you do it on your own.
So I'm guessing this one's just based off Watch Dogs 1. I haven't really read the script and
I haven't seen
or
anything,
I
but
have yeah, I don't know if they even like have released the script, but I'm guessing my guess is it's just about part 1. The other game that they got um I don't know because I think Ubisoft hasn't confirmed it, right? But Division 3, it's all over TikTok. Apparently, Ubisoft is working on Tom Clancy, the Division 3. You were a big fan of Division 1. You and Jose actually, y'all both
yeah,
like this game. Y'all were pretty hyped about the Division 2. It came out, it flopped.
yeah.
And I guess let me ask you two different questions. The first one is, are you excited about the Division 3?
I am, I am actually.
Okay. Now, let me ask you the second question. Why do you think the Division 2 flopped the way it did? Because it had a lot of hype around it. Because even like the Division, like even the guy who edited the video for TikTok and was like, "Oh yeah, Division 3 is coming out. Apparently, it has this, this, and that." He was describing that apparently they're going back to the original, which is the Division 1. I've never played the Division 2. I played Division 1. Division 2, I never got to play because it died so fast that it was just like by the time I was gonna pick it up, it was already like dead. Like everybody was already talking like it's trash, fuck this game, waste of time, waste of money. um, but apparently, like on Division 1, when you're walking around the snow, you can hear the snow crunching and all that's like it was real realistic, I would say. Apparently, they're bringing that back into game 1. So, I guess what wh- what why do you think Division 2 flopped, and what would you want to see on Division 3, and what would you not want to see in Division 3?
What you call it? I think it flopped because I think the hype was over. It was overhyped, and like quote unquote, you said fixed it or like make it better. but you kind of did it.
Hmm.
You did it. Like you could just kind of minor tweak Division One, but no, you decide to do like something whole different and make. That's the reason why. And I love Division One. I would still go back to Division One. So
Yeah.
nearly almost everything that Division One had, I would want to see on Division Three. That's what I would like to
Okay.
see. So I hope, I really hope it's not a flop.
What do you expect is not on Division 3 that you saw in Division 2?
Probably the mechanics.
Mm. Okay, they fucked up in the mechanics.
Yeah, I ain't like the mechanics for Division Two.
Oh, okay. So there you go, guys, from the expert himself. So, Green, you did a thing. Well, I did a thing first. Let me talk about what I did. I pulled the trigger on 2K. Jose, my friend, Grey Joe, Sin Rocks. Uh, I can't remember his new username, so I'm not gonna say it. The Grim X whatever. He had pre-ordered 2K. I think what was it last week? He got to play 3 days early, and he was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! This is like it's badass." We got to play 2K19. This was like we both had got our PS4s right before jumping on Blackout, we would play NBA 2K19 and we spent so much money on it. Like I remember one time he was like, "Fuck, bro, I just spent $150 on fucking BC." I was like, "What the fuck, bro? Really?" He's like, "Yeah." He sent me a receipt. He literally spent $150 on the BC, which gives you like I think like 300,000 BC points, which is crazy. But things were cheaper back then, right? So he kept telling me, texting me, telling me, get it, get it, get it. So I finally did. Wednesday, I think I pulled the trigger. No, I'm lying. Thursday, I finally pulled the trigger and I fucking bought that game. Me and you been talking about Dragon Ball Z. Well, because I know you're a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. For the people that don't know, Green's a big Dragon Ball Z fan. Um, anything Dragon Ball Z he loves. So Dragon Ball Z Zero, we talked about it. What episode 1 or 2? We talked about it. That's coming out. I have been asking you ever since we actually showed it on here on the podcast, and we were talking about it. I think since episode 3. Been asking you, have you pre-ordered yet? Pre-ordered yet? And you were still debating because you wanted the. You were like, I really want the fucking statue, even though I don't know where to fucking put it. I want the statue. And you finally did it, right? So talk to us about your experience. You bought the game. How do you feel?
I feel great, dude. What do you call it? 110 Ultimate Edition is what I got. Is what I
Yes,
got. three
sir.
days. I got a season pass. 3 days early access. 17 days counting down from today. 17 days.
Hmm.
And we got the. And we finally got a full roster. 182 characters is what we got.
And that's what I was about to ask you. So I can't remember the studio name, but they came out saying that they already updated the whole roster. I don't think they will add more, which I doubt it, because if they added more to this one, I'm pretty sure throughout the season. Well, because it seems like every game is doing seasons now, which like battle passes and stuff like that, which is kind of good, right? It's kind of badass because you get to buy stuff as long as you don't make it too expensive. But they released that the roster is 182 characters. That's a lot of characters, Green.
It
Tell
is.
me, tell me five characters that you want to use.
I'm definitely using Teen Gohan. My favorite will be Teen Gohan. That is my favorite
Okay.
character out of the franchise. You got
Team
Future,
Gohan.
yeah, Teen Gohan. You got Future
Okay.
Gohan,
Future
based
Gohan.
from
Okay.
the future timeline. You got Gogeta
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 4.
Damn. Okay.
Uh,
You need two
oh,
more.
you got the Dragon Ball GT. I mean, no, not GT. Dragon Ball OG. Goku, like when he's a little kid when he first comes out in the anime. Then you
Hmm.
got that one.
Yeah.
Uh, what else?
One more.
You
One
know
more.
what? I think I'm gonna go for Vegito. I'm gonna go for Vegito. That one. That one.
Mm,
Cause it the dialogue that we have gone in and the gameplay is absolutely just beautiful. It's
have you
beautiful.
been looking into the gameplay?
I have, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We got they showed us how when you dodge and when you perfect dodge, you weave. The way
Yeah.
you weave is incredible. It's
Mm,
just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
gotcha. So, yeah, there's that. Let's talk about X Defiant. X Defiant was a game that came out. It what once got called the Call of Duty killer on TikTok, saying that this was gonna be the next first person shooter game. I think a lot of games have been called that, trying to compare it to Call of Duty, but none of them have came close. Other than Fortnite, right? I would think green. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you think of any other game that gave Call of Duty a run for his money?
Uh, well, not run for his money, but it was trying to compete. We can go back to Battlefield.
Okay, Battlefield, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Battlefield, yeah, that's true. Um,
It did try to
not
compete, but after
Battlefield
2040,
5, not
but
2046. 2046
2042,
was a flop. Yeah. Or 2042 was a fucking flop, bro. Because I remember I bought Battlefield 5. I actually have it in my library. I should download that
I
motherfucker.
think I think my the one I liked was Battlefield 1. That one was good. I liked that one.
Battlefield 1. That's the first one,
That
right?
was before that. No, that was before 5.
Oh, okay, okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, yeah. My favorite Battlefield is probably Battlefield 3.
It was actually Battlefield 1 or Hardline. I liked Hardline
Dude,
pretty
Battlefield 3 was so fucking crazy because um I don't know I don't know the game mode, but it was kind of like ground war where you can use like jets, you can use
Oh yeah, I know
fucking
what you're talking about. I think
tanks, you can
yeah,
use everything, bro. Like that was fucking amazing.
that
I
was a
think
full
because
map.
I got introduced into that first before Ground War, and then when I hopped on Call of Duty, I was like, "What is Ground War?" And then I was like, "Oh shit, it's like fucking Battlefield." You know what I mean? Like you can use fucking helicopters and shit like that. It's not as good as Battlefield, but I mean, you can use some better shit. Well, anyways, Xdefiant, they released a picture. I guess I want to say it's Twitch, Green, because you had asked me, you're like, what is this? But I think it's Twitch, because on Twitch it actually tells you like how many
People
people
watching.
actually view the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Xdefiant had 940 um viewers, not thousand, just 940 viewers. Call of Duty Battlefield, I mean, what the fuck? Call of Duty Black Ops 6 had I think it had like 10.5 million. Oh no, 940,000 viewers. My bad. Right? Was it
Yeah.
940,000 or was it just 940?
You told me 940. You're the one that saw it. I ain't see it.
Okay, yeah. So it was 940 viewers.
I assume
Battlefield,
940.
what?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Battlefield. I mean, Black Ops 6 had 10.5 thousand, and then Call of Duty Warzone had I think it was like 40.5 thousand viewers, which sounds about right. So yeah, it is 940. So 940 viewers. That's low. For any game. I mean, it's kind of like we talked. What was that game that Sony just fucking
It, it,
canceled?
it's funny for Black Ops 6 to have that many viewers, considering a lot of people talk shit on it.
Yeah, exactly. And this is just like off the beta, and I think
And
that's
that's
why
funny too.
because I mean, I streamed it, you know what I mean, and I had a lot of good viewers. Actually, on TikTok, it was actually doing really good. They were like, "Oh, well," there's people talking shit. There was like, "No, I like the movement, this and that." But was it Concord?
That's the
Oh,
thing too. Like, regardless of you talking shit on it, you're gonna play it.
you're
You
still
know
gonna,
damn well
yeah, you're still gonna,
you're gonna be on there. We're gonna
yeah,
see you on
exactly.
there, kid. Don't worry.
But yeah, so yeah, what do you have to do you have anything to say about X Defiant?
I think X Defiant died so quickly because it was just a bootleg version of Rainbow Six. Like, if you wanted to play Rainbow Six, just play Rainbow Six. I think that's
Rainbow
the
Six
reason
is fucking
why.
good.
I think that's the reason why it died so fast, because it
You
was
think
like,
so?
I think that's the reason. For me, that was for the reason, because like, I
It
mean,
was
it
like a
want
Rainbow
it
Six,
if
and Call of Duty had a baby, right?
yeah, like, because if you wanted something to compete, like,
Mm-hmm.
you could just make Rainbow Six compete with it, but obviously you're not gonna do that. You could just make a whole new other game, like a whole new other shooting game, right? Not because that's the thing. You put operators into this, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like, I mean, you kind of do the same thing of Rainbow Six. Just to do a
Yeah,
small version.
that's true. I actually enjoyed X Defiant with you and Jose and all the other boys that played it. Yeah, we only got to play it what like 2 3 weeks, and then I remember Jose was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy the battle pass." I was like, "Bro, chill, bro. I don't think anybody's gonna hop on this game." And yeah, it died so fast. But
I liked it though. I really did liked it. And getting
it was
killed.
something different.
Yeah,
That's the
because
thing. Like with Black Ops 6, right? The beta, everybody like people were talking shit about it, but I was like, okay, it's something different. You know what I mean? Because I guess we're so stuck to the same like game format that you get tired of it, right? And you get a sense of something new and you're like, oh, this is something new. Like you get excited about it. You know what I mean? Of course, people get used to stuff so fast nowadays, like it's so quick. Like if you don't have something new to like come back at it, then it's just screwed. And then so yeah, so X-Defiant was I liked it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I loved it, but playing that game mode, what was it called? Escort? That
yeah,
one was badass, bro. Like I love that. You know what I mean? The guns on there, I mean, we really didn't get to experience them, but they're pretty badass, you know what I mean? Like it had some good stuff. That's all I
for
have to
me,
say. What were you gonna say?
it was I liked it because getting kills on it was something different than like it was on any other game. Like getting kills was kind of a little harder than before.
Mm,
Like getting
yeah.
kills was no joke on X Defiant,
Oh yeah, it was hard as
and
fuck.
I think that's what I like about something new. I think like trying to keep up with, because like it's new, so you try and keep up with it. Like on Black Ops
That's what I'm
Six,
saying. You get
you try and keep up with the Omni movement. I think it's a more of a challenge. I like challenges, so I think
yeah.
that's the reason why I like it.
It's like it's kind of like food, right? Like if you eat pizza every day and then they give you spaghetti and you're like, God damn, the spaghetti is good, and you start eating spaghetti all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's just like people are so used to the same thing, and some people are just like fuck the spaghetti. I'll just eat pizza all the time. Like fuck any
It,
other game. I just want to play Call of Duty because
it
that's how I was. You know what I mean?
it's like
But
music.
then you lose the interest of like it's like music, right? Like you're like, oh, I
You
only
find a
listen
song,
to, let's say, yeah, I only listen to Drake, right? And then you listen to like Juice World, you listen to Extentacion, you listen to something different, and you're like, oh shit, this is actually really good. But my mind is just so set on Drake that I'm just like, fuck any other song, you know what I mean? But it's just like I think you should be open minded about these things, you know what I
it's
mean?
like whenever you find
Um,
a song and you just playing it on repeat for like a while until you find another
yeah, and
new
it's just
song.
yeah, exactly, and it's just like you get tired, you know what I mean? You're gonna get tired after a while, but, actually, let me ask you a question I saw on TikTok. If you were stuck on an island and you
Yeah.
can play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh,
Yes,
one
sir.
game.
Yeah,
It would.
and it doesn't matter, like, story mode, multiplayer, whatever you wanna call it, but just one game, what would it be?
All right.
It
Well,
doesn't matter what it doesn't
this is gonna be
matter
a
if it's
single player game.
okay, go ahead.
And it has to be from the Ratchet and Clank franchise.
Oh, I already knew it.
Uh,
I knew it.
mm, I think I'll probably take Tours of Destruction.
Damn, okay, that's a good one. That was a PS2 game, right?
That was a PS3 game. I think that was the first one. That was the first Ratchet and Clank that came on the PS3.
on PS3. That's
Yeah, the
crazy.
Tools of Destruction was the first PS3 Ratchet and Clank game.
Damn. That's a good one. That's a good one. So for me, it's probably gonna be the game that I'm playing right now. Uh Call of Duty Black Ops 6. No, actually.
Dude,
Fucking Ghost Recon Wildlands. Oh man, I fucking love that game so much. I remember you had bought it, and I was like, let me borrow that game. Fucking put it in my system. I was like, God damn, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, this is so different. It's so badass. I have fun with it. The only thing I don't like about it, or it's not just Ghost Recon, it's just Tom Clancy. The way the camera works is like weird. Like the
I know what you mean.
what's that shit called? The sensitivity is weird. That's because even like I was playing and I was driving the truck and like you drift right and like the camera looks all weird and you fucking I'm like fuck bro I don't even know where I'm going, you know what I mean, because the
Yeah,
camera like points all weird. But yeah, Tom Clancy Ghost Recon, Wildlands is my fucking top game. I remember Breakpoint. I actually still want to buy that game, but Breakpoint came out and they try to be this. It's the like
it
the same
flopped.
concept, but it flopped. Yeah, it
It
flopped because
flopped
I
just
remember.
like you did with Division 2.
Okay, okay, so with Breakpoint, I don't know if you remember, but I pre-ordered it and I played the beta and I didn't like it. I fucking because I was like, what the fuck is this? Like this is trash. So I took off my $5 back. I think I used it something on GameStop, and then like Breakpoint came out and it just went it just like shit it. Like it just went straight downhill. Everybody was pissed that they had pre-ordered. I was like, thank God I got my $5 back. You know what I mean? I had to pay for the full game. But no, yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands is a fucking a must. If y'all haven't played it, I fucking recommend it a 10 out of 10. I love that game. Graphics are badass. Gameplay is badass. Story mode is badass. Like I love that game so much, and I've said this story over and over. I fucking erased it by accident off my PS4, and I had no problem playing it all over again. Right now, I just bought it on my PS5 because it was on sale. I have no problem playing it all over again, bro. Like honestly, I just fucking love that game. What is it about it? I don't know, but I fucking love it. You know what I mean? Like story mode is just fucking a peak, and maybe
I,
it's because it's cartel
yeah, I
based or
can say
whatever.
that. I was like, I think because you like a lot of cartel. I think that's the reason why you liked it a lot.
I've probably but well, it's not just cartel because it's CIA too, and I love like shit like that where like CIA like Battle of LA, the movie. I love that movie. Like if Battle Los Angeles became a fucking video game, bro, I will fucking love that, bro. You know what I
Battle
mean?
Royale in Los Angeles.
So I know that'll be crazy. So another thing is a lot of rumors came out saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 was getting
Delayed.
it wasn't delayed, that it got immense delayed. It was rumored that I think until 2026 and not even late 2026 like holiday season. It got so much attention that even Rockstar had to come out talking and saying, releasing a statement and saying, no, we're still pushing for spring 2025 is what they said, I think, right?
Yeah.
Um, this is what Rockstar said. So for Rockstar to come out saying like we're still on track is crazy because I don't think Rockstar has ever come out like talking about a a leak like that. Other than I think the gameplay. Remember when they first brought out the gameplay? Apparently that it was a gameplay of Grand Theft Auto 6, and then looked all shitty, and
Yeah.
they were like, "That's not our gameplay." Like that was just like early development. Like
I
that's
think I think that's the reason. Because like we haven't seen other than the just one trailer for GTA 6. I
yeah.
think that's the reason. Because
Mhm.
I don't know where this rumor came. Because I'd seen it right, but I don't know who started the rumor of hey it's getting delayed. Like, where the hell did you hear that from? Like,
I think what it is, I think it's just people trying to make a name for themselves on TikTok, and they just like run with it and it goes viral.
oh,
And I think
yeah,
everybody's, I think, because right now the talk of the pretty much of the year is Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Because we got the trailer this year, right? So
yeah.
it's just like people are, they're interested. They're like,
I think it's
what
just
is.
sad because like at this point anyone can make a rumor about anything and people will believe it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean that's very true. So it's just like people see that and they just like run with the story. But like I said, people are so invested in the whole Grand Theft Auto 6 world that I think any little update is just like
But
it blows up.
I think that's why though, because we haven't seen anything other than just one trailer. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, no offense, I probably would do the same. Like if I know if Rockstar knew, I'm pretty sure they do. But like any trailer, any gameplay you show, right, and you're gonna talk shit upon it, why the fuck would I show you anything? I'll be like, you know what, you're not getting the game until I release it. Like I ain't showing you
Yeah,
shit.
sure. Yeah, and it's so hard too because like Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. I think they just put out an anniversary, right? 13 years. I think it's been
Yeah,
has it been 13 years?
I
That's
think yeah.
crazy, bro, cuz I remember that game came out what? No, it hasn't been 13. Has it been 13 years?
It came out when I was 13, so I'm 24. Do the math.
So 10 years, right? Like 11.
Yeah, yeah.
So 11 years ago. So it just 11 years ago, Grand Theft Auto came out is crazy because well, my high school reunion is about to be next year, and that game came out when I was a sophomore. I remember the first trailer, like that trailer. I remember watching it in school. I broke the firewall through the school just to fucking go on YouTube and watch the trailer because my friend texted me. He's like, "Grand Theft Auto 5 trailer is out. Go watch it." And I was like, "What?" So and I had a computer. We're in the computer lab, and I fucking like I hacked some shit. Not hack some shit, but there's a way to go through the firewall. You just have to answer some questions at school, and went on YouTube and turned on the no, put the headphones on, and bro, it was the one where Franklin's fucking running around, running away from the helicopter, bro. That shit. Well, I don't think it's Franklin, but he's running
It's some
away from the
random dude.
helicopter. Yeah, but it's the fucking not Franklin, Michael when he's talking, he's like, "Why did
Yeah,
I move here?" I
yeah.
guess it was the
I
weather.
remember that one because people were like, "Oh, look, it's
Oh
CJ."
man, dude. Oh yeah. You
Eh,
know what's crazy? I did not know that CJ is actually Franklin's cousin.
yeah, something. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of rumors like that, something like that.
No, no, no. They came out in a video talking to each other. They said they're related. They're cousins.
Oh, oh,
That's crazy.
I didn't see that.
So, but yeah, dude. Like, the
But
other thing is to Franklin came out because, of course, Franklin and it looks like Franklin and Michael actually took a life of their own because everybody that has a podcast has been like having them on. It doesn't look like Trevor, the actor who played Trevor, actually like gets on podcasts like they do. And out of all three of them, Michael is the one that has more like social activity. Like he's on social media, he's on like talking to Kai, telling him he owes him like $10,000 or something like that because he used some AI voice of him or something like that. But they're like playing around. Um, but like Franklin or the actor that played Franklin, he said he was like they asked him to like, have you seen anything about Grand Theft Auto 6 and can you talk about it? Because I can't talk about anything, but all I have to say is what I've seen is y'all ain't ready for it. So that's crazy to me that Rockstar has these actors who played in Grand Theft Auto 5 and still has them involved. But I've always liked that about Rockstar because if you remember um on like the Ballad of Gay Tony, Grand Theft Auto 4, the DLC. Nico was on there. Remember, like on
Yeah.
the, and then on the other one, the Lost and Damned, fucking that guy comes out on Grand Theft Auto 5. And then even on Grand Theft Auto 5, he was all like, gather up the team. He was like, a team? There is no team. He was like, the guys from the South all went to, he was like, huh, there is this guy in Liberty City making noise, but he went
With
AWOL.
AI.
Hey, yeah, and it's just like, bro, what the like that to me was crazy because it's like, oh my god, like even like there's a I think in Franklin's the new not the old house in the hood, but remember when they give him the new house that's like in I want to say Beverly Hills, in the hills, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, if you go to a restroom, there's a toothpaste there saying something called CJ something, and it's like, oh damn, does CJ become like a legitimate whatever? Like, there's a lot of like theories or whatever about it,
Yeah.
but to me, that's badass that Rockstar does that because that takes a life of its own. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like are these guys gonna come out? Because like I remember like even we were like, what's the next Grand Theft Auto? And I told you I was like, I think it's Vice City. Because think about it, Liver City, um, right? Liver City got a remake, which was Grand Theft Auto 4. Sandra's got a remake, which was Grand Theft Auto 5. And they're like, the only one that hasn't got remade is Vice City Stories. So that's the next one. And sure enough, it became done. Right. So that's what the next game is gonna be set up on. The other thing is too is apparently the map's gonna be bigger than what it is, and apparently as you go through the
As you
game,
progress,
more
it gets bigger
yeah,
and bigger.
more places get to and remember, we played what Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if it was Grand Theft Auto 4 or Grand Theft Auto 5. When I was like, damn, wouldn't it be badass if they just included all of America? Like they just unlocked all of the United States, and you're like, no, that's too much. You're like,
Oh yeah.
you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it into a small little. Like you don't make it too small, but don't make it too big because then you're
Yeah.
gonna get like it's too much. And I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
true. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be
It's like
interesting.
it's like in GTA 4. Like you literally had to go because you in GTA 4 you got three states, or not three states, like you got three cities, and your happy ass had to go all the way across
Yeah,
to the other side of the map.
true. So I guess we can end this show. We're already at an hour. Um, and we still have a lot more to say, of course, but you went to go see Beetlejuice 2. Um, tell me how'd you like it and your rating of the movie. I haven't seen it. Probably go see it either next weekend or sometime this week when I have a chance, but talk to me about it. Because actually, Jose, I was playing with him last night. I was like, oh yeah, Jose, I was like, Green went to go see it, and he liked it. He was like, dude, I liked it too. He was like, it was fucking good. Like it was a really good movie. So
It
how'd you
was
like it?
really good. It was really good. I'm not a big fan of musicals, but I give it like a good 8.
Like musicals, right?
Yeah, they were singing songs, and like I'm not a big fan of that.
Okay,
I mean, but it was other than that, it was pretty good. I liked it.
but have you seen Beetlejuice 1?
It's been a while since I've seen Beetlejuice one.
Okay, because Beetlejuice, the first one is kind of like that. So, um, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy that what's his name? It, uh, it's crazy because when I first saw Beetlejuice, I did not know it was what's his name. Fuck, what's the actor's name?
Oh, the one that plays on Spider
Michael
Man.
Keaton. Michael Keaton. There you
Yeah.
go, Michael Keaton. I did not. It was Mike. I didn't know not. I did not know it was Michael Keaton when I was little. As you get older, you're like, oh shit, that's the guy who fucking played Batman. You know what I mean? So to see him on screen is crazy. But yeah, let's see. I guess that's it for this week. Anything you're looking forward of this week?
Uh, this week,
Anything exciting happening in your life?
the only thing exciting is waiting 17 days for my uh.
Or any because okay, the Penguin came out. We'll probably watch that later today. Um, excited about that, but there's no upcoming movies or shows, right?
Wait, Kale, on October, you won't see me.
Mhm.
Starting October 11th, you won't see me. I will be playing my game, and not only that, on October is literally when my game comes out. I also get my movie of My Hero, the fourth movie. It comes out in theaters, so I'm gonna go watch that.
We're gonna be in that
So,
motherfucking theater, bro.
so I got two things on October 11th.
Let's
Starting
go.
October 11th.
My boy's gonna go AFK for sure.
For sure.
All right. Any shout outs you have to give?
Uh, nah, I mean, no people.
All right, man. Well, I just a shout out to just another Friday night, guys, for sending in those stickers. Sack too, because he gave us stickers as well. I know you like them, so
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I told him.
I like them.
Ye- Yeah, so I was like, yeah, my brother said, thank you for the stickers, so I appreciate that. Again, go check out Collecting Weekly. They just hit 30K subscribers. And it's happy to see that for them. Hopefully one day we can be sharing that as well, right? But shout out to Just Another Friday Night, Double A and CM Chuck. Chuck, love you. It was his birthday this week, so hopefully you had a good one. I'm pretty sure you drank until your head fell off. So just happy to see that. Love you. And yeah. So until next time, guys. Again, I'm Abe Dunks,
I'm green.
and that's it for the show.